As I've said in my thumbnail and title, I am a RENegade vocal coach, which means I'm a fan of Ren. I'm a big fan. I think he's an amazing artist. I think he's a part of a movement in art that I really support, which is live, human, raw, visceral vocals, one-take things, you know, keeping the humanity very evident in the music. I'm all about that. My name's Tim. I've been a vocal instructor for the last 24 years. I like to break things down in my reactions and vocal breakdowns a little more than some of the other vocal instructors, but I'm not going to do that until we get all the way through the video. I like to give it a full listen first, then go back and break it down. And that's what I'm going to do right now. If you want to find out more about me, here's my website. I've got an amazing team of voice teachers. We do lessons all over the world. Lots of you from the YouTube channel have been signing up. So much fun. Also started a Patreon community, and we have a free Ren and Friends chat in there where we've been having a lot of conversations about Ren and Friends, and it's been super exciting. I feel like I'm getting to know you all so well over there. Come join up if you're not a part of the chat already. So before we get started, let's just send a little love and good juju and healing energy out to Ren. As I'm sure you all know, he's had some complications with his treatments for his Lyme disease, and he needs to go back to Canada for treatment, and he's got friends and supporters who are managing his accounts right now. My heart breaks for him, sending him so much love through this time, and what I think we could do to help him the most is let's celebrate the joy of his music and his art making here today. That's what I'm going to do. Here we go. Going to listen all the way through.
You sit all around in my hometown. Wow. People try to track me down. For a crime that I did not commit. Yes, if for a mother of a deputy, say for a life of a deputy. But I said, Peter shot the sheriff. I did not shoot no deputy. It was in self-defense.
I said, Sheriff John Brown, that man hated me. For what, I just don't know. Whenever I would try to plan to see, he would say, kill it before it grows.
He would say, kill it before it grows. But I said, Peter shot the sheriff. I did not shoot no deputy.
But I swear it was in self-defense.
Oh, give it up for Remain next season, please, please, please. dirty looks and grudges and jealousy. Meet the clowns, them and abuse in their put up, but meet the clowns that not for nothing but that. Boom. The young trendsetter come on, more at the damn slow. When I bust a trigger finger like Bamba Bigado. When I bust a trigger finger, come on, here we go. Burst on in, here we go. Cause got to keep it moving on the road to Zion. Got to keep it burning on the road to Zion. To keep it burning on the road. I got to keep it burning.
What?
Little bit of dog, we can make it through the night. With a little bit of dog, we can make it through the night. With a little bit of dog, we can make it through the night. With a tanani boy. With a little bit of dog, we can make it through the night. With a little bit of dog, we can make it through the night. With a little bit of dog, we can make it through the night. With a tanani boy, come on now. Even more, let's take it down. Keep it going, tempo slow, just hip, ha, hip, it's still bigger than a hip, ha, hip, still bigger than a hip, hip, still bigger than a hip, now drum baby. One thing about music, when it hits you feel no pain. White folks, they control your brain. I know better than that, that's game. I mean ready for that. Two soldiers ahead of a pack, my pack, he's got the guy. Where my army at, what the right time, not react. Back the beat, sit, don't reflect on how many records get sold. On that short time, rock and roll, whether your project or on hold. In the real world, we just people with ideas. We just like you and me when the smoke and camera disappear again. The real world, it's bigger than all these fake ass records. When my profiles got the millions and my woman's disrespected. If you check one too, my would have advised to you, just relax. If that don't work, then do what you got to do and kick the facts. If you a liar, wolf, crier, bush crier, agent with the wire, I'ma know it when I play it. But then if you a liar, mouth on crier, pants on fire, agent with the wire, I'ma know it when I play it. It's bigger than a hip, hop, hip, hop, hip, hop, hip. It's still bigger than a hip, hop, hip. Still bigger than still bigger
Oh, man. Creative cover right there. That's what a creative cover is all about. You take and you do your own thing with it. You change it up. You modulate it. You bring it into your own world. You still honor the original work, of course, but you make it your own. That's what Ren and the Big Push did right there. Wow, what a cool version of this song. Ren's voice is all over the place here. I mean, he's all over the place a lot of the time vocally, but I love the way he did it here. He went into some like some weird little scat stuff that was unlike any scat I've heard before. And I'm going to talk about that. I want to listen a little more granularly to what he was doing there. I love his upper register singing. He's got brass. He's got punch in his voice. He's got power. He drops down the octave into that sexy, lower, warm voice of his. He's got his nice, tight, fast vibrato kicking in. He sounds amazing. They sound amazing. The energy of this performance is just on fire. It's so much fun. All right, here we go. I'm heading back. I'm just going to break it down now. First of all, I was looking for the red suspender version of this because you all told me I had to get that version. And I think I got the right version, didn't I? There's so much fluency from an idea popping in his head to it coming out on his fingers in guitar. That's what you want as a guitar improvisational player. You want to be able to just think of an idea and then it comes out of your fingers. That's what having great technique is all about.
You sit all around in my hometown.
So if you remember in my high REN reaction, one of the first things I noticed about his singing was that he sounds like he's got some reggae tones in his voice. Just from that one little thing, the coward the man I've become, remember that line? Right here, he sounds just like that, same vocal production. And what are the things about it that make it sound reggae? It's the vowel structure and the lack of diphthonging. I've talked about diphthongs in one of my last videos. Like the word day is a diphthong. It's got two vowel sounds, A sound and E sound, day, mushed together inside of them. When we sing in general, we want to try to minimize the amount of diphthonging we have in our singing. But if we're doing reggae, it's very much like you don't do it at all. You just have pure vowels the whole time. Everything's just kind of one vowel. Listen to that in his tone quality here.
You sit all around in my hometown. People try to track me down.
Me down. You hear how he dentalized that D a little bit? Down instead of down. 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 He put a little more slam in it. Reggae. That's a reggae thing. And by the way, you also notice Chinchilla does that sometimes too. If you listen back to my reaction of 1 to 5 that I did, she does some of that same vocal stuff with her. That's a little, you just create a little pressure buildup on certain consonants to create a little edge.
For a crime that I did not commit.
He's still doing it there.
Yes, if for a mother of a deputy.
Did you hear that mudda? Did you hear that D? He's doing that same thing there.
Set for a life of a deputy.
I love his power voice up there. He gets into that brassy tone in his voice, like where he's just belting with power and punch. He gets into that so fluently. There's no muscling. There's no catching in his throat. He's just ping. It's just super ringy. And then on the exit of the phrases, he adds that warm scratchiness, that little huskiness to his voice. And then that little tight vibrato comes in.
For a crime that I did not commit.
Hear that vibrato?
Yes, if for a mother of a deputy.
His vibrato here is almost stuttery. He almost has like a little stoppy startiness to it here. It's interesting.
Set for a life of a deputy.
Notice how every time he goes to vibrato, he's way backing off on the energy into the voice. That's a very normal thing. When you put vibrato in, you have to be in a more released air pressure environment. And that's what he's doing here. He lets a vibrato come in on the decay of the energy of the note.
But I said,
did you hear how clean that was? Da-da! Just like a trumpet, just like a bell. Super brassy, super clean, no pop scooping into it, no sliding around, just ba 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 ba. Like a trumpet.
I did not shoot no deputy.
I think that's Romain on the harmony up high, isn't he?
I swear it was in self-defense.
Yeah, I see Romain in the background there. Came out with his little hat on, playing his fingers off. So good. Yeah, that's him in the background. I think he's the only one with a mic singing high.
I said, Sheriff John Brown, that man hated me.
Ren is such a dynamic performer. You know, like, it takes artistic courage to just so playfully try all of these things, you know, and he's got so much of it. He just drops right down, da-da-da. You know, this is not a normal part of the song, and he just added it in. This is an example of how you do creative covers.
For what, I just don't know.
He's got a little open throatness in his singing. For what? I just don't know. Oh, he's got a little space inside, which if you notice, he doesn't have that space on the top. That's a very normal thing to do. If he did have the space on the top, he'd sound weird. He'd sound like an opera singer. You have more space on the bottom as a contemporary singer, accessible. As you go higher, you let it close. I call that movable larynx position in my voice teaching. When you sing as an opera singer, your larynx just stays in one place the whole time. And I call that neutral larynx position.
Whenever I would try to plant a seed, he would say, kill it before it grows.
He would say, kill it before it grows. But I say,
it's not normal for someone, and I've said this in my other reactions, to be able to sing so high and so clean and so brassy like that, but then be able to drop down and get so baritone-y like that.
I think I should not deputy.
His vibrato is so cool. They're like, oh. Yeah, Romain is on harmony over there.
But I swear it was in self-defense. Hey, give it up for Romain next season, please, please, please.
I love that tone. Notice how his tone in his guitar is different than Ren's tone. His tone has a little more lo-fi distortion and warmth on it. Or I guess that's really overdrive. Now, Ren is taking the skank. I've talked about that in all their stuff. Chunk, chunk. Ren's playing that, which Romain was playing earlier. These guys are killer showmen. If you notice, some artists who are amazing are not that great of showmen. And some artists who are great showmen are not that great of artists. These guys are both. They know how to create the right facial expressions. They know what to do with their bodies to get people fired up. They know how to lean into things. They know when to be high, when to be low, when to change up the arrangement. Like, these guys are super intuitive in making music that holds your attention. And I've talked about that with Ren. Like, Ren is a master of being interesting. Like, who's Ren? Ren's an artist. What's he good at? Everything. He's good at being interesting for humans, you know?
In this world of calamity, dirty looks and grudges and jealousy, media clowns.
Jealousy! Did you hear that? Oh! He's all over the map again in this song. Let me go back and hear that again.
In this world of calamity, dirty looks and grudges and jealousy, media clowns them and abusing their but media clowns that not for nothing but that.
Okay, I got to talk about that part. But before I talk about that, I just want to talk about the high falsetto thing he's doing. So when you go up in your falsetto is this light mechanism part of your voice. It's that light mechanism thing. But if you keep a little squeeze on it and you drive it up into your like sinus cavities in your resonance, you can make it bitey and brassy. Sometimes he does that. Sometimes he keeps it sweet and warm. He'll play back and forth between that. Right here, he goes up into his falsetto, then he drives it into the front of his face, and it gives it that bitey tone. Then he drops right back down out of it. Here, listen for all of that going on. And then we'll get into that little mumbly thing he was doing there, like that little mumble scat.
Grudges are jealous. In this world of calamity, dirty looks and grudges are jealous. Media clowns them and abusing their put up.
So did you hear how it got really bright up there? You just like, drive it right into your sinuses. Yeah, that's how you do it. Very good. Now let's listen for this mumbly thing here. This mumble scat, we'll call it.
But the media clowns stand up and boom.
It almost looked like there were words he was going to say in there, and then either he just abandoned saying words completely, or he just decided to scat instead. Like, what was that? What was that? Oh my God. Like, I have to listen to that one more time here. Hold on a second.
Grudges are jealous. Media clowns them and abusing their put up. But the media clowns stand up and
It's like media clowns, they forever. What was that? Ah, Ren, what are you doing? That's so fun and weird. I love it.
the young trendsetter come on, more the damn slow. When I bust a trigger finger like bam bam big do. When I bust a trigger finger, come on, here we go. Person in la la la, here we go. Cause got to keep it moving on the road to Zion. Got to keep it burning on the road to Zion. Got to keep it burning on the road. Got to keep it burning.
Right there. So it's like what is this scat? This is like normally scat we use like ba, da, dwee, do da doodly da do da do ba ba dwee. It's like stuff like that. The syllables he's using here are weird.
On the road, I got to keep it
I love that. All right, so this part, I love this part. There was a phase about 10 years ago that inspired my project Sojourn Society, which was a band that I fronted and was a writer for, that was like super fast beats like this. It was like 160, 170 beats per minute, a lot like the band Two Door Cinema Club or Phoenix. I used to love those bands a lot. And a lot of their songs have crazy fast tempos. And it was funny. I used to work on production. I used to write songs. And then it was at the same time I was working on running a marathon. So I would go out and I would run and I'd listen to these 170 beats per minute songs to get me going. I had like a weird, super high energy phase in my life. I'll share some of my Sojourn Society songs in the Patreon chat so you can hear them. But a lot of them have a very similar high intensity drum beat like this. And it immediately took me back into that time. Another band that used to play a lot of songs at this tempo, it's also a UK band, I believe, from back in the day, a band called Block Party. Have any of you heard of the band Block Party? This tempo change put me right into that mindset too. And of course, we know that if we take reggae and sort of crank up the speed a little bit, but we keep that skank, that is ska. And that's what we've got going on here. Yeah, this sounds very much like Two Door Cinema Club or Block Party here for sure. This part, just this one part.
With With a little bit of luck, we can make it through the night. With a little bit of luck, we can make it through the night.
So notice here, he's rapping, but he's also on pitch. He does that. He'll sometimes be pitched and sometimes not pitched in his rap. If you remember from my high REN reaction, it wasn't until the very end that he started to pitch the rap right before the singing part. It's interesting how he flows in and out of that.
With a little bit of luck, we can make it through the night. With a ta-na-ni, 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 boy. With a little bit of luck, we can make it through the night. With a little bit of luck, we can make it through the night. With a little bit of luck, we can make it through the night. With a ta-na-ni, 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 boy. Come on now.
So he switched off of that cha 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 cha. Now we're back to so we're off of 4 to the floor, basically. When we say 4 to the floor in music terms, what we're talking about is a kick drum on every quarter note. That sound. We had that when we were doing the fast, let's say, two-door cinema clubby part, and now we switched out of it and we're back into more of like a rock hip-hoppy beat. Right?
And even more, let's take it down, 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 down. Keep it going, but tempo slow, just here, ha, here, it's still.
All right, so here's something to know that's really intricate and complicated in this performance that you may not think it is if you didn't realize it. Is not just change up how subdivided the beat is, but they also change the tempo. That's really hard. It's really hard with a live ensemble to change the tempo, to be like, That's really hard to do by yourself in an even way, let alone doing it unified with a group of musicians. And they do that a couple times here in this track, where they collectively change tempo, not just how busy the subdivisions are in the music, but the actual tempo. I'll show you where.
Bigger than a hip hop hip.
So if you notice here, we didn't really change tempo exactly. We just are subdividing it less. See, I'm still technically in the same tempo. They could flip back to the fast beat at any time. Notice I didn't change my tempo when I did that. But now changing my tempo would be that. Now I'm a different speed, whether it's subdivided or not.
Hop, hip, still bigger than a hip hop, hip.
So we haven't sped up yet. We're still just subdividing the beat. We had 1, 2, 3, 4. Then REN started playing the 16th notes. 1, 2, 3, 4, 2, 2, 3, 4, 3, 2, 3, 4, 4, 2, 3, 4. But we're still in the same tempo.
Hop, hip, still bigger than a hip hop, hip. Now drum bass. One thing about music, when it hits, you feel no pain. White folks take control.
We just changed tempo now. We just sped up slowly and perfectly. Notice how tight that speed up was. I got to show you that again.
Hip is still bigger than a hip hop, hip still bigger than a hip hop, hip still bigger than a hip hop. Now drum bass. One thing about music, when it hits, you feel no pain. White folks take control your brain. I know better than that. That's game. I mean, ready for that. 2 soldiers ahead of a pop. My party's got the guy. Where my army at? What about time? Not react. Back the beat. Sit, don't reflect on how many records get sold. On that George, I'm rock and roll.
Notice we're still speeding up. And notice how insane this rap is. It's so good.
Whether your project or unknown, in the real world, we just people with ideas. We just like you and me when the smoke and camera disappear again. The real world, it's bigger than all these fake ass records. When my proposal.
Now, we didn't slow down right there. Even though the beat got more chill and laid back, we didn't slow down. We're still in the same tempo that we just sped up to.
Got the millions on my woman's disrespected.
And that's a big misperception that happens with amateur musicians, is they think when something becomes less busy of an arrangement that it slows down. But it's just less busy. The tempo is still the same.
if you check one, two, my would have advised to you, just relax. If that don't work, then do what you got to do and kick the facts. If you a liar, liar, wolf, crier, bush crier, agent with the wire, I'ma know it when I play it. But then if you a liar, liar, mouth on fire, pants on fire, agent with the wire, I'ma know it when I play it.
Notice the tone quality changes in his vocals when he's rapping. He's bright and brassy. He's up in his voice. He's doing a little bit of pitched rapping and then not pitched at all. He's all over the place. Again, this is how he's so dynamic. This is how he holds our attention. He has so much fluency in all of the different vocal tones that he can use.
If that don't work, then do what you got to do and kick the facts. If you a liar, liar, wolf, crier, bush crier, agent with the wire, I'ma know it when I play it. But then if you a liar, liar, mouth on fire, pants on fire, agent with the wire, I'ma know it when I play it. It's bigger than a hip hop, hip hop, hip hop, hip. It's still bigger than a hip hop, hip hop, hip hop. It's still bigger than
Blah, 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 blah. Like he's doing this like loose lip tongue thing when blah, 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 blah. Like, what is that sound, Ren? I love it. He's just so playful. He's just so playful. I love that part of him so much. What is that? These guys are monsters of talent. I mean, straight up. All of them. Like, this was so tight. This was so killer. You know? I'm a renegade. You're a renegade. Wouldn't you like to be a renegade too? I mean, come on. Ren is amazing. And again, we're just celebrating him today. Go over to his page, send him a little love. Go to his Instagram, send him a little love. Tell him we're thinking about him. We're listening to his music together. You know, I'm just so enriched by having him in my life and then having you all in my life too. It's been fun to get to know you all over in the community chat on Patreon. If you're not over there, come join us. It's the Ren chat is the free one. Excited. I'll see you next Thursday at my premiere of another Ren and Friends song. I'm also going to be sprinkling in some more Orbital artists or Ren and Friends, some of Ren's friends here as well. So I'll talk to you soon. Send Ren lots of love for his healing, and I'll see you soon. Cheers.